Short for fanatic is the one who's screaming their lungs out in sub-zero degree temperatures, still believing when the chips are down, and never, ever giving up on their teams or their players. From the closest seat to the worst one, we want to meet you all. This is the American Fan.
What's going on, sports fans? Man, you can hear it in my voice. Your boy is sick again.
Once again.
God bless it, George.
That's bad, dude. You're on a bad streak of sickness.
The voice had just started getting stronger, and yet again, we are back at a weakened state. I will try my best not to cough or add any phlegm to this microphone pause.
Oh, that's bad.
But as you can hear, the bearded one in the back is here. So, George, how you doing today?
Amazing, man. We are back from vacation. Allegedly, that was a vacation. I did something every day. Like there was things that need to be done. Shopping. Look at the motherfucking.
Oh, okay. So wait. So before I clown your I forget what they're even called.
Yeezy foams, dude.
Thank you. Your abominations is what they are. How much did you get them for?
$180. $180. That's still for the most comfortable thing I've ever put on my feet. For real.
They're that comfortable?
Josh, I'm not fibbing, all right?
They're that comfortable that you're going to bypass the look. You know what?
Yeah.
If they're that comfortable, I can't hate.
Are you a size 12?
I'm a 13.
Okay.
So they're a little, I mean.
I feel you.
12 sometimes I can squeeze into a 12, but I'm not going to be happy after about 20 steps.
That is true.
I got 20 steps.
I know where you're coming from.
But, oh, nice. Marcus will be here earlier today, so that's good stuff. Man, like, listen, great sports weekend, great Thanksgiving. And George, your brother played, and was this his first time playing in Allegiant Stadium?
Yes, this was his first time playing at Allegiant.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
So shout out to Junior Carmona on a great season. Yes. I mean, we'll have some more news on him over the coming weeks.
For sure.
I will not be spoiling anything or trying.
We'll just have him on.
And yeah, during Christmas break.
Yep.
Yeah. When is he out? When is he out of school?
Could be soon. Could be in like a week or so.
Yeah, finals and stuff?
Yeah, but I think he's all online, so he may be back sooner.
Oh, okay, dope. Yeah. Dope. All right. Well, yeah, let's look to have him on before Christmas maybe. And kind of get a recap of his season. You know what I mean? We talked to him.
Yeah.
I want to say that was back in the spring, I feel like.
Yes. It was right before he went. I think we're talking
February, March-ish.
Yeah, February.
Like. Yeah. So that'll be a nice capper on his year and see how things turned out for him. He had some really good highlights this year. San Jose State, we have to talk about the state, the school and finishing. They finished top 3.
Yes.
So they didn't make it to the conference championship, but they did. It was a tie. So essentially they did. They just may have lost to the wrong team.
Okay, so Josh, let me hit you with this, okay, without knowing anything about the teams. All right. If that third place team, right, in the tie had defeated the top seed and is on a 6-game win streak and is, I think, if I may be speaking incorrectly here, but I think they have gained 400 yards in all 6 of those wins. So one of the most high-powered offenses in the entire country. Do you think you'd allow them to play in the Mountain West Championship game, or would you allow a team that fired their coach mid-season to play in the Mountain West Championship game?
I mean, look, listen. Obviously, the first team is San Jose State. They took down UNLV, who I did not know was having that great of a season, that they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
But the number 2 team, they still got that Smurf turf, man. They still got the Smurf turf. They've won a BCS bowl game before.
Yeah, they
still live in, you know what I mean?
Just like the Rebels in the 90s. Yeah, dude.
They're still behind for sure, but I mean, you say Boise State, and then you say San Jose State. In terms of on the national level, more people are going to recognize Boise State nationally. So I think that's also, you also are fighting against that. I think
Correct.
that's also what you're fighting against for real.
Correct. But anyways, it was bullshit. Way to go back to a system that was broken. Obviously, Boise State can only benefit from BCS systems, as we've seen their entire collegiate history. So anyways, that was that.
Let's see, what other games? So my Canes went to work on Boston College. Yeah. And we don't blow out anybody, so like we were giving Boston College the business. It was a sight to be
They won their
behold.
6 games, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to 7. We got to 7
nice,
this year.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know what I mean. And listen, they beat Clemson. Had a real good shot at beating Florida State on the road.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We had a couple games where it's like they're turning the corner. We still got to get that quarterback right. Praying that we don't lose, 4 or 5 guys in our secondary again this year. Cause I know Kitchens I want to say he's a senior. And then I think James Williams is talking about maybe leaving too. And James Williams safety, 6'5", 4.3 speed. Like,
yeah,
he's a problem. But we'll see. I think the future continues to be bright for the Miami Hurricanes. Sad I didn't get to a game this year. I wanted to get out to Miami this year, but the funds didn't allow it.
Yeah, dude. And you've been sick literally all football season, Josh. My goodness. We couldn't afford to have you on a flight.
Today's broadcast is brought to us by Mucinex. The official sponsor of Josh's flu season.
Make sure you guys get your booster, please.
Are you vaccinated?
No,
George?
dude. Hey, I'm on V2. I'm on V2 of the boost.
Really?
Yeah, V2.
You're fully vaccinated.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I'm V2, but they're up to like V7 now. So
I knew. I'm not even going to, and this is where the whole show gets flagged.
No, yeah, we're throwing them through a loop. They're like, they titled this a sports show. Which NFL coaches are going to get fired, and they're just hiding their little secret agendas in these sports shows.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did not get vaxxed. I don't disrespect anyone that did. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their own choice in the matter. I just remember during COVID when everybody was locked in the house watching TV that they said that don't pray for a vaccine. It's going to take us 2 years. And that vaccine was ready in 6 months. And I was like, nope.
Right.
Can't trust you. And then they're like, oh, don't worry. You're just going to need one. And then you needed a booster. And now it's become the new flu shot. So, no, I'm all set. I'll just, listen. They keep getting weaker. Each strand, George,
is weak.
I will say I had
People
COVID-19. And COVID-19, that was a monster. I could see why that was killing people.
Yeah.
That joker attacked my nose, my throat, and my chest all at the same time, and I had a headache. I was like, oh yeah, this would kill a lesser man for sure.
For sure. Let me remove football news and put up vaccine news. Josh has also been to, Asia recently, so I don't know if he
do what you will with that information.
A damp market.
Do what you will with that information. No, when I was in Hong Kong, I was at Ritzy establishment, sir.
Oh,
I was not out on the streets.
They cook the pangolins there.
The pangolin. Oh my God. We make way too many South Park references on this daggone show.
We're just telling the truth here, people.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to the American Fan 365.
Moving on to actual sports news around the world in sports. And this is actually sports and a little bit of pop culture. We're gonna title this first part "Men Behaving Badly." Mr. Josh Giddey, apparently has had some inappropriate contact with a alleged 15-year-old girl, and the NBA is now essentially looking in to the social media allegations levied against Mr. Giddey. Man, George, this is not good. And we've got some video footage that is a little damning. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah, go ahead. We'll just
take
let
a look at the.
we'll just let the footage speak for itself. Okay, here we go.
Talk about it. Hey guys, I dated Josh. We don't have to talk about it.
That's the first part. All right. What's that's baby girl. That's the one that's that's that. Okay. All right, here we go. This is her. This is Miss Liv Cook. She is a
sophomore princess.
Well, this was last year.
Okay.
So that was last year. So she's a junior now. So she's 15, maybe 16. She's on her volleyball team. Yeah, this was the volleyball season. This was homecoming of 2022. And
good luck for your season.
yeah, now he's giving shout outs to the brother.
We're going to come up and watch you. I'll take care of business. Trent, what's up, man?
Oh,
What's up, my man? We're at the front of the club. Me and my girl. Better head back to mine. What's up, my man?
we got one more.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to this via audio, it is a Snapchat photo of her with Josh Giddey in the background throwing up double peace signs. And the caption reads, "Just fucked Josh Giddey." Yeah. When Josh showed me this morning, man, okay, listen. And I'm not condoning what Josh Giddey did, but you figure the man would fucking take that phone and probably throw it through the window. Like, man, like you're really going to go double peace sign on a just fuck Josh Giddey? Come on.
Listen, I speak for all Joshes today. We took a collective L.
This
is an L. This is not a good look. When this all dropped, I was just like, come on, Josh. You're making us all look bad, man. 15, bro. Look. And so then my first question, this was my first question after this dropped, right? I was like, well, how old is Josh Giddey? Because, you know what I mean, these NBA guys, like,
oh, yeah, Josh Giddey looks young.
Yeah, they'll be in the league 2-3 years, and they'll be like 18 still. And it's like, oh, okay, well, he's still a baby too. Josh Giddey is 21 years old. And George, I think we can speak for any man. Once you hit the age of 18, 19,
move on, brother.
You got to start moving accordingly, bro. And like, because anything could go wrong. And like, listen, I'll say this as a brown person, and George is brown as well, and dating a white woman.
That is true.
It could, yeah, he's in dangerous territory over there. I'm just saying, things have happened. I'll say this, George, and I didn't even mean to even go here. So when I went to Hampton, one of my classmates, he actually had a full ride to an SEC school, and he had a girlfriend who was white. He was from the South, had a girlfriend that was white. The dad stepped in and made the girl say that he raped her. He went to jail and lost all of his scholarships, and then ended up coming to Hampton. He had like a whole 60 Minutes thing on him, the whole deal. Ended up coming to Hampton after the fact. He made it to the NFL, but like when you get to 18, like I want to say she was 17 and he was 18.
Yep.
And
you got to watch how you're stepping, bro.
Yeah, man. It's a very dangerous game.
But
very dangerous.
Yeah. And you know, I know what I like had stated earlier with the whole like it was a joke, people like throw the phone out the window. But this motherfucker was posting on his own. Like he said, "No, I'm at the club with my girl, bro. I'm at the club with those thick ass eyebrows. He's got the thickest eyebrows in the league." Poor everybody who has to deal with this situation. Yeah, because you watch it as a Josh, and you said a thing, because I don't necessarily need to do this with Georges too often, because there's not a lot of Georges in the world that make mistakes. I mean, we're very we're great people.
George Foreman, you're good. I mean, you've got billionaires with you. You're all right.
Presidents. But anyways, you had to say, Josh, what are you doing? Did it hurt you to say that? Like,
yeah. Listen, we took a collective L. Sometimes you just got to sit back and take your L and be like, look. Listen, I've dated enough women that it's like, oh, your name's Josh. And I'm like, dang, what Josh hurt you?
Damn.
It happens. It just is what it is. Between Josh and Scorpio, I'll be having some strikes against me, bro. It's not okay.
Okay, here, last thing, Josh Giddey's contract. I had to look that up.
Okay.
All right? He signed a 4-year, $27 million contract, giving him $6.8 million a year.
Yeah.
Josh.
You can't.
Josh.
You can't fumble your bag.
Josh.
Can't fumble your
Josh,
bag.
come on, bro. You really think you can't make a 21-year-old girl's life, all right? You can change an entire family's path. That's what happened.
And of course,
he's
entering the chat with the twerk and the, and the shades, not the lokes. Get loked out.
What's up, brother? What's up?
Man, you can hear it in my voice. So now you see I wasn't nonsensical on the text. I done caught another cold, man. It is what it is. I was struggling all weekend. We was shivering like this on Saturday, like this, like
holy cow.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough again. We're finishing up on Mr. Josh Giddey. You can jump in quickly on that before we move on. Now, how old were you when you made the league? Like, how old were you when you first got drafted, Marcus?
19, just turning 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and we literally were just talking about this. Any man, especially a brown man, when you hit 18, you got to be real strategic and move a certain way because anything goes left. Like, especially if you're dating, a white girl or anybody outside of black. Black, you're probably going to be all right.
Get him, Jordy. Get him
you know
spicy.
What I'm saying? But, like, the second if you step to a white girl and you brown, I was telling George, one of my guys at Hampton, had a full ride to an SEC school coming out of high school. His girlfriend, he was 18, his girlfriend was 17. Dad stepped in and was like, yeah, he raped you. He had to go to jail. Lost all of his deals and then ended up at Hampton. That's how he got to Hampton. But he went to jail for like a year.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's very sticky. It's crazy because I was actually having this conversation last night with my son, and he's 14, and he's becoming a little athlete now, and the girls kind of like following him around school. He's the man. He played football. They won a championship, and now he's on the basketball team. So he's just now getting that feel. And our conversation was more along the lines like, son, stay focused. You understand? Like, right now is not the time, right, for you to be chasing, these little girls. If you have the time to chase these little girls, that means you're not focused on, the things that, I want you to do.
The end goal.
Or that you need to be doing for yourself, right? And, this is the conversation, man, that, a lot of, I don't want to say black families, but I mean, just families in general, then. Let's just put it like that. That they miss out on this opportunity, right? Because coming up in our era, man, me and my father, like, we've never had the birds and the bees conversation.
Bro, I'm still waiting on my birds and bees.
No, listen.
Birds and bees never happened.
So
wait.
No,
wait. You want to know what my birds and the bees was? And it probably was the same for you, for real. George, this is the birds and the bees in a black house. You better not bring nobody in here pregnant. That was the end of the conversation. That was it. It was never anything like it is how it works. It was literally, don't bring nobody in here pregnant.
Bro, I mean, I didn't even get that. Like, I guess it was more along the embarrassment, right, from my dad. Like, so, like, say we watching a movie and, back then in the 80s and the 90s, everything was like rated PG.
Yeah.
It had a little R in there. A nipple might pop out here and there, right? You might get some, you know what I'm saying, some fur. You might see some fur somewhere. You're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is a porno, right? So for whatever reason, man, my dad wasn't having none of that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about he was super stern with it. Bros, as soon as the flick come on, they start kissing on the TV. Bro, he got this snap. And he just point. Bro, when I tell you we fall in line, right? We fall in line and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, this is the thing. So my mother and father's been married for 50 years now. So right now I'm 41, right? And I'm not married yet. So you will be like, well, Mark, what are you waiting on? What happened? Well, guys, these conversations, right? You have to have them, right? Growing up in these homes, because I've never been here before, Josh. I don't know what tomorrow looks like. But if you've been here longer on this earth than I have, like, you can't help me out a little bit? Which meaning, hey, Dad, man, have this conversation. Let me know. You grew up in an era where, it was okay. Where I grew up in an era where you're older than me, you should be able to explain to me, like, son, it's hot over there. Don't go over there. You see what I'm saying? And I've never had the conversation with the guy who I looked up to the most, my leader. You understand? That led our family. So if I'm not getting it from him, who am I getting it from? So now this is the era that we live in, and this is why you have to pick up different things for social media and what you see online. So do you understand the mistakes that is being made every single day? Because it's the guidance is there, but a lot of people don't like to talk about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It get weird. So
it's they're uncomfortable conversations.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
And I can't imagine as a parent, and I think that's probably why the ball gets dropped a lot of times, because they are uncomfortable.
Sure.
And you don't want to talk about it with your kid, because it's like, how do I kind of break the facade and really
broken?
You have to.
Let me tell you, man. I've bumped my head, so many times, and I have friends that have made so many mistakes and things like that. So I'm so straightforward.
Yeah. Like
I don't have anything else for you, right? It's either you're gonna get the truth or else. Like, what else can I, like, I have to tell mine.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Well, so the other part of men behaving badly is a Mr. Sean Puffy Combs. And man, Giddey. Look, listen, we didn't know that can't stop, won't stop, can't stop.
It's finna stop now. It's finna get hot. He gonna get tired of throwing out them 100 million.
Man, he had to back up a Brinks truck to Cassie real fast, because that report came out, and then all of a sudden it was like they settled it out of court, and it was like, yeah, brother. He went, look,
but
George,
it's not cool though. Like, he completely, like, you got to think, man. That's a young woman, and for her. I'm going to tell you on my end, I always thought, excuse me, that she was extremely beautiful.
Oh, Cassie's
right? I'm talking about
problem.
Like, she was crazy, right? But then, some guys look at these women and they get devalued by who you deal with, right? And like I said, man, Giddey didn't want to marry her. He didn't want to make her his everything. He didn't want to whatever. He just wanted to play with that girl. Right, so
take her time,
and he took her time. He took a part of her life, bro. Like, he took her childhood. He took the memories. It's certain things that as a young woman growing up in your 20s and your 30s, like, that you're supposed to be able to experience, right? Yeah, man, money is a part of it, and having fun and great dinners and travel, that's all a part of it, but not to the point where you're belittling me.
Yeah,
right. And I'm talking about all across, the board. Like, I've heard, little things as if, like, he was, like, lightweight passing her around.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood. Like, do you understand, like, not in a million years, right? I've been, knowing that they've been dating for a long time, prior. But you never know things like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just, like, it's just so, like, disheartening, man, because and then now that he just put a stop on any other conversation, like, you know what? Here's 100 million. Shut up. Well, like nobody else. Like, look, her story is gone. He didn't smash her story. It's a wrap.
No, hold on. Before we get off of him, he did. So someone slid into his DMs and was like, "You touched me. You touched me. Give me 100 million. I ain't gonna say nothing." And he said, "I wouldn't touch your skinny ass in a game of tag."
Wow.
So. Don't just assume that you could try Giddey and jump in his DMs and get some money.
Bro, he's so freaky. You don't know. Listen, man. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of people over 91. I think the last girl came out.
With the alleged rape with him and Aaron Hall.
Bro, you can come out from 56 years ago, and like, yo, these dudes, they better stay out the way.
Yeah, look.
They better stay.
Them skeletons, boy. Them skeletons.
Now they can actually be brought up.
Yeah.
Like, you understand? Like,
go get your bag. I ain't mad at you.
Man, listen, I'm staying out of these people's way.
Look, I tell every female I've ever dealt with and all my friends, y'all ever hear it? Like, let me bake it. Y'all ever hear anybody say something about Josh? You know that girl's lying. Straight up and down. I am a gentleman.
I don't want no smoke, man. I'd rather just stay out the way, right? Like, just leave me alone. Like, now this is the point that I'm at, right? At my age and, things like that. Like, I don't want any problems. Where are the non-problem, you understand, type of women with things going, educated, smart, you understand, well-rounded, good family values, morals, someone that you can look up to like a mother or a father that's been in a relationship and, can teach you something when, you go back and forth and you maybe bump heads with your guy. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying, or your girl. Like, it's needed.
I'll say this, the biggest thing for me is the mutual respect, because now I feel like so many women, and this episode's gone completely off the rails. So many women, a lot of times, for real, there's a lot of disrespect that they feel is tolerable for them to give us. But then the second, like, I would never disrespect you, but you can call me out my name and say craziness, and then I'm just supposed to move and walk through it like I was just upset. And it's like, no, but you should never be that upset with anyone that you feel like you're comfortable to just say or belittle, like you said earlier, and talk down to someone. Like, you shouldn't do that. That kind of stuff shouldn't happen.
Yeah, no, not at all.
George, you got a good one. Keep yours in the back.
Oh yeah, dude.
Keep it.
I know what I'm doing.
Keep
She's of age. Josh Giddey, take notes.
Yeah, she's of age. Listen, keep her tucked.
Yeah.
Teach her, groom her.
Yeah,
don't groom her. Don't groom her.
No, you have to. You got to groom her. But let me tell you what you need, though. You got to also let her live her life too. You have to let her go out with friends. You have to let her maneuver and be in different groups. And when she's there, only thing she can think about is you. I mean, that's the only thing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. She has to also be going after hers.
Yes.
Facts.
Like, that's like,
Facts.
I can't stand women that are like not necessarily like they don't know what they're going to do with their day. I'm like,
Right.
Come on now.
No, and the day it requires sitting up under me all day long.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, if I go to the bathroom, you're going to the bathroom. If I'm going to the kitchen, we're going to the kitchen. Yeah. And like I said,
We've all dated the same kind of women. That's wild.
no, can I tell you what it is? When you put it down and you put it on, that's what you get. You get an extra shadow.
Josh Giddey, he was doing that, I guess.
Man,
Girl 15, man. Listen, if you can't do that, never mind. We moving on.
Yeah, he tripping.
Let me cage this and move it along.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, where that was over? Where was that in? Where did that incident happen?
OKC.
Oh, this was. Oh, I
This
was going to give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, where were you at overseas?
No, this happened in the last. It came out allegedly last week. She's 15, 16.
Dog, it's crazy.
We don't know.
It's crazy.
And
he gonna have to settle out. He gonna have to come with it. It's just what it is. And you know what? Like, even if it's true or not, he has to fight it and bring an awareness to something that it never looks good.
You think he has to fight it? He doesn't just.
What do you mean? She put it out there, right? You know it.
He put it out there. He's out there in video.
All right.
No,
hey,
but,
Marcus, I need your honest thoughts on this
see, look.
photo right here.
Yeah,
She posted this on her Snapchat. Just fuck Josh Giddey. And he's giving the double peace signs in the back.
Wait. Give Josh Giddey, give him the shout out to her friends and her brother.
Wow.
Show that one.
Yeah.
That one is. Go back.
Like, why isn't he around?
Like, how did you even find her, bro?
Where were you at a high
Where
school
were you
dance?
at? Like, you found her at the mall. He found her at the mall. You found her.
Where was you at? Foot Locker?
I was about to say he found her at Raising Cane's. That was Raising Cane's. That was Raising Cane's.
The food court, bro. You did, man. Listen.
Yeah, it's all
that's
bad.
why I needed to show you that just so you see like
Yeah,
this shit
y'all
is
tripping,
it's
man.
bad, bro.
Bro.
That's a bad situation,
Y'all
dog.
tripping,
That's
bro.
not good. It's not good.
Y'all tripping.
Switching gears over to NFL. Not too much on NFL today, but we are going to talk about what coaches on bad teams should be fired or need to be fired. Our NFL segment today is brought to you by our fans at Coco Love, the beverage of choice of the American Fan 365. Head over to www.cocolovewater.com for your own case of coconut refreshment and use the code TAF365 for your Hawaiian Beach vibes. First off, we got to start with the 2-9 New England Patriots. Bill Belichick, this is the worst season that he's had.
Before
Yes, sir.
we get to Belichick and all that? Josh, what are we doing here, man? Like, are you gonna go to the barbershop anytime soon?
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, it's homeless. It's homeless.
George,
over here.
it's really it's starting to bother me, bro. It's that he feel that he can come in here without a fresh line.
I don't.
Face shave.
I mean,
like Josh, what's going on? What's going on at the house, man? There ain't nobody at the house, bro.
It's not good, man. It's look.
That's
listen,
crazy. What we
listen.
got, man? We gotta get Josh out on the date or something, man. We got to do something.
Hey, look, Josh
because I ain't
is good,
never seen him not fresh. You know what I'm saying? New J's,
Hey,
with
man,
skinny jeans.
I got
you know
my
what I mean?
J's. I got my J's.
Okay, you keep a pair of feet on him. He keeps some feet with him. He keeps some feet.
I'm always
with him,
have you
right?
off me. Don't
but
get all the
I'm
way
just
off me
saying,
now.
what we doing?
Yeah, it's rough. It is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I knew that was coming today.
Okay.
I
All right.
understood what I was in for,
right.
but I also understood that I was sick. So I went to
Oh,
my
my
barber.
God.
I saw my barber yesterday.
Bro, you get corona every other week. Like, did you know that?
no, are you kidding me? I brought it up earlier on the show. He's been sick all season long. It's kind of
It's like, what are you
bro,
doing? Are you traveling?
and
And we're not
Like-
sponsored by St. Jude. Like, I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, we need to partner with a charity that's going to help this man get
Oh, my
healthy.
God.
I told you today's episode is sponsored by Mucinex. It is what it
Bro, you
is.
tripping,
Yeah.
bros. Give me a break, man. All right, but Belichick, get back to him.
The 2-9 New England Patriots. George,
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Belichick?
Oh, they're going to do everything except for fire him. It's going to be very fun to see how they try to like validate losing 5 years in a row after Tom Brady lost. He has to step away, right? He has to step away. That's going to be the thing. He's not going to get fired. They're going to, like I said, they're going to remove Mac Jones. They're going to draft a quarterback. They might have the worst record in the league this year.
They might.
Bro, so let me ask you something. So, as well as Belichick has done over the last 50 million years, right? The last couple of years.
Yeah.
Right? He's been,
Yeah.
right? Y'all ready to kick him out the league already?
It's like a Greg Popovich situation.
Yeah,
isn't it?
like think about that. Like
Yeah.
it got to be it's certain guys, right, that holds the
Untouchable.
torch that you do not talk like that to about.
Yeah.
Popovich is one of them, right?
Yep.
Like he's the only guy that can stop a game in mid play and be like, "Listen, all right, that's enough booze.
We're not
Like we're not
booing
doing that no
Kawhi.
more. Like we're just no. Listen, we're just not going to do that anymore." Belichick is one of those guys too. As of the last year, let me explain something to you, man. When you lose a quarterback of that stature, right? What do you expect to happen? You're rebuilding until you find that guy again.
Yeah.
You know how you know? Because every team is doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys, guess what? When the last time have they won?
Troy
You see what I'm
Aikman.
saying?
Troy
Nobody's
Aikman.
talking about getting rid of Jerry Jones and getting rid of this person or that. Like, listen, it happens. It's sports. Okay? That's the thing about it. The dice is being rolled every single night. Do you understand? All these guys are pros. They're the best guy at their school, right? And you're just randomly throwing them on the team. The coach's job is to make those pieces fit, right?
Correct.
This is the thing. Give me time. You know what I can do if I have
Good
exactly
pieces.
what I need.
Yes.
These guys are turds right here.
That's probably
Right?
how. That's exactly
Let's
how
be
he's gonna bring it
real,
up.
right? Leave me alone because I'm cool. Like, and I just want to keep on building on. You know what I'm saying? Like the team, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's time to get rid of them.
So George is he goes. Marcus is he doesn't go. I'm kind of in the middle, and I'll say this. First off, again, New England Patriot fans, welcome back to regular scheduled programming. Y'all had
been a
2
minute, right?
decades of greatness, and y'all have a 4-year run where it's just because even remember Mac Jones' first year they went to the playoffs, so it's like y'all only had 3 bad years, and y'all trying to set the house on fire. Like, bro, calm down. That's on Marcus's point. But the second part, though, Belichick has a bad track record of drafts for like 20 years.
Yeah, dude.
He hadn't drafted well for real. Most like after Vince Wilfork and some of those dudes, they haven't drafted well.
But is he the only one that gets that pressure from drafting? Like, I get it, but
remember,
there's the thing.
he's both. He's the GM and the coach, though.
Doesn't matter who's the owner, right?
Robert Kraft.
Then you got to think he has to sit down at a table and go over the best player at that position that's available, right? This is the thing. He's not making that decision by himself.
Yeah.
Stop putting that pressure on him. Yeah, man, he got the title of the head coach and everything, right? That's because that's how much we respect you. You've been here that long, right? It's not a lot of guys that have been there like that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you give him that. But, man, listen, if we've been in here together this whole time and it's a room of 15 of us and we got to draft the next player, let me tell you, I can definitely guarantee, right, over just going through experience and my experience being drafted, it's never one guy making a decision. Now, if his shit don't work, it's one guy whose name is on the line who's going to take that fall. Okay? Yeah. But everybody collectively, right, have a part in the draft if you're a part of the front office. Yeah, for process. Sure, yeah.
All right, the 4-7 San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Staley, in or out, George?
This is year 4 of not living up to your potential. They fall into the category of like all the talent in the world. You got to win games. There was one of the things that stuck out to me from watching their game last night. The very first play on defense last night, they had to call a timeout. They had 12 players on the field.
Why?
He's the defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah,
so like, no, dude, it's like you're having a mental mistake on the first fucking play of the game. So to me, it's like those are the little things.
Do you not know who's starting?
That's the thing, dude. Yeah,
no. You know, but you know, George. Like, listen,
I know how to count to 11.
Okay, so you know the night before we got to go through
all the walkthroughs.
Okay, was your name out there? Josh, was your name on the board? Like, come on, man, don't be ridiculous. It's not 2 middle linebackers on the field.
Yeah.
All right, so which one of you guys shouldn't be here?
No,
right?
it's horrible. That's why it's like that's one example of what happens when teams aren't fucking communicating on the same level.
Sure.
He also doesn't look like a coach that I could respect, really. And that plays a factor in the NFL.
I can give you that. I'll say this. To your point, to be a defensive-minded coach and your defense has been terrible, all 4 years that you've been there, you came in as a DC and you don't have an elite defense, it's not a good look.
What is a defensive-minded
coach? Well, no.
That's just in your mind.
Well, no, but he was a defensive coordinator. So when you're a defensive coordinator, when you come over, my defense that's my calling card.
Like the Commanders.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Man, you still need the personnel to actually do the things.
He had it.
I mean,
he got Derwin James. He had Joey Bosa. Like he has
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack. He got.
But those guys not perfect every single time down. They also like only thing that we can do, like as a coach, right, is put out the game plan. Now it's your job to go execute that.
Yep.
Like let's just draw the line right there. The players are out there playing. Now, if you be like, well, you didn't get them motivated enough, right? Well, what do I have to do to get you motivated to go out here in front of these millions and play this game that you get paid and that you love? Like, I gotta give you a pep talk. Like, that's one thing nobody ever had to do for me.
Well, here,
I see what you're saying.
I'll ask you this though. So, in that assessment, do you feel coaching truly matters at the professional level?
Being there,
like what's the separator? What makes
it's about? You know what, coaches, the assistant coaches spend more time around the players than the head coach does, right? So you'll be like, who's really a coach? The head coach is more as a manager. Mm-hmm. Let me figure out a way to keep down this bullshit. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what a good coach does. Like, let me tell you, at one point in time, Doc was one of the best. You know why? Because he had that voice that everybody respected. Yeah, hey guys, hey, pull up. You know, they respected that, right? And then you got to think, if you get guys like KG and Paul Pierce following that, right? You don't want to be the guy that's not following that. So everybody fall into place. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, like right now, Ty Lue has that respect, right? But you never hear Ty Lue say anything, right? Like Ty is like right now, he has that vibe that, you know, like Phil Jackson and all those guys in this era. Yeah. Right. Like teams want him to coach their team. Like I think I was looking at, I think it was it New York? New York was thinking about, you know, like, and it's just like, dang, like Ty's in LA. Do you know I'm never leaving that good sunny weather? Yeah. Right. And it's just like, just to have an option to be like, you know, we'll go to this market, I'm gonna pay you more. That's like the equivalent of being a player and a team wanting you. You only need one team to want you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, man, he's doing something in that locker room. And what he's doing is he's a player coach is what wins in this day and time. And because that's the reason why, sorry, but Deion Sanders, that's why he gets what he gets out of the athletes that he has, right? Because he's getting everything out because they believe him. Yeah. They believe in everything that he's preaching. So it's about managing, being a great leader, and that's I would want to coach a team of mine.
George.
Yeah, no, that's when you take on the responsibility of making play calls, like especially in the NFL, it puts you in a position where as soon as that side of the ball sucks, like you're even more on the hot seat because you took up that responsibility. So maybe he needs to take like a full step back to possibly save his job. If not, you know, the Chargers, if they finish under 500, I think it might be it for him, and that sucks. But I think Los Angeles, they're also dealing with we share a stadium. Nobody gives a shit about the Chargers. Our biggest fan.
They won. The Rams have won one.
Why did they leave?
They had no business leaving. That
was ridiculous. Like I wouldn't even want to fight with the Rams down there with the new wave that they have going on.
The owner is the reason they left because the owner was so hated in San Diego that they weren't trying to build him a new stadium.
But this is the thing. But in the NBA, they making these owners sell their teams when they're not liked in the organization.
True. I mean, look, they just made my owner finally sell. So I mean, it happens. But like,
who's your owner, Josh?
Dan Snyder. He gone now. It's Josh Harris now, baby. That's a good Josh. There we go.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
And Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic Johnson. I still wanted Jeff Bezos, but we'll move along. Let me see. We'll go with I guess two more. The 2-10 Arizona Cardinals, Jonathan Gannon.
First year, no need to worry. That team has covered the spread all season long. Great team to bet on. So, hey, they're there in games. And, you know, the thing is, Josh Dobbs was the answer. When I watch Kyler Murray play now, I'm like, I just don't think this is a quarterback that is going to be, like, healthy for a 10-year period of time.
It's no way possible.
He's too small.
He's too small, and he guess what?
Hit hard too.
Every single play has to be a home run for him.
Yep.
Like even just to invade a tackle,
it looks.
It have to be. Oh, did you see him get out of the way? But you'd be like, damn, like he fell so hard.
Be careful, Derrick Rose.
Right, you only get one tailbone out there.
For real.
So you think he's safe?
Stays.
You think he's safe?
Yeah, he stays. And they got to find a way to get Josh Dobbs back in a miraculous trade back. Like we made a mistake. Refund? Is there like a 60-day return policy on trades?
Guys, let me ask you something. So who's firing these coaches? Is it social media?
Us the media.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is the thing. No, bro. It's
locker rooms too. Locker rooms too.
I put it to you like this. It'd be done extremely quicker if it came from a locker room, right? You could tell the jobs that's been, you know, kind of taken away from the media. Yeah. Right? Like I look at these guys every day. They go in there, you know, Stephen A. and those guys, and they're like, yeah, so-and-so deserves to lose his job. And I'm just sitting there like, wow. Yeah. Like it's actually GMs and like owners that watching these shows and like you don't know my situation, you don't know what's going on, and you mean to tell me you up here advocating for me to lose my position,
my livelihood.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I will say, before we get off, my coach, he got to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Ron Rivera's got to go. I've always been an advocate for Ron Rivera, but in the end, it's a winning business. You know what I'm saying? And if you've proven that you can't win, and you've been given every opportunity to do so, because I look at it like this, Marcus. I look at how easy some people make it look. Like, we've seen good football where it's like, man, they make that look easy. Like, my team will get on 2nd and 1, and we know we've struggled to, move the ball. Just get on the line, run a QB sneak, get your downs reset. We'll throw a pass on 2nd and 1, and then try to run it on 3rd and 1, and then it's stopped. And it's like, do we go for it? And it's like, no, we got to punt again. Yeah. And it's little decisions like that bear out over the course of the game and bear out over the course of the season, where it's like it's a microcosm of something much bigger. And for me, it's like,
bro, to be honest,
I've seen it too long. I got to go. You got to go.
Microcosm is that the fucking Commanders suck. And you'll figure it out eventually with the right pieces. But Marcus.
Yes.
Well, no, you were going.
Oh,
go
no.
ahead.
Oh, I wasn't. I was ad-libbing. Yeah.
Improv. Here we go.
God.
Get my ad-libs home, man.
Switching over to the NBA, we're going to do something special. I wanted to do Thanksgiving dinner as NBA players. So we got turkey, mac and cheese, your second meat dish, pause, of ham, fried chicken, fish, whatever it wants. Greens, yams, and a dessert, sweet potato, pumpkin pie, whatever your dessert is. Go ahead and give me your list. I can. You want me to give you my list first?
Give me your list.
See where we at. All right, so we're gonna start with turkey. Got to start with turkey. Obviously, that's where everyone's here for. It's Thanksgiving. Turkey is stable. It's a staple on every table. It's consistent. You can't mess it up. That's LeBron James, and that's even with all of my hate. I know who he is, and I know where he stands in the league.
So you telling me that you gonna put the importance of each player behind the Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah, their dish.
All right. So you say LeBron is like turkey because
he's turkey.
Because that's one thing that you always gonna have.
Yeah, you gonna have it.
I had salmon last Thanksgiving. I'm tired of turkey. That shit was dry.
No,
you know what I mean?
He'll retire soon, I promise.
Not if I make it.
Yeah, he just got to be bored. No, I respect that though. Like LeBron, okay, cool. That's all right. Turkey. Like he's
second
there.
up is mac and cheese, and for me, mac and cheese, it can be inconsistent. It depends on what Thanksgiving you're going to.
Who's making it?
So for me, mac and cheese right now is Luka Doncic. I don't know where he's at. He's either going to be great or then sometimes he don't look so great. But we know what his greatness looks like. His greatness looks like baked mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
But his bad side can look like Kraft mac and cheese.
Man, which is not
so
bad. I like the cheesy cheese.
Ugh.
Give me the cheesy cheese. I grew up on that. Because some hot dogs up in it.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like, stop playing, man. Stop. You're so bougie.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on from you. I'm gonna move on from your struggle plate. We ain't gonna do that.
You know what? Go ahead, get back to the macaroni, man. Like, you know what? I'm starving.
My second meat.
What's for lunch?
My second meat is fried chicken. Again, it's a staple. It's got to be there. It's gonna be consistent, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo. I got to go with Giannis for the fried chicken.
So you picking 5?
It's gonna be 6. My greens. It's got, you know what I mean? They're good for you, depending on who makes them again. But they got to be there. And when they're good, they're great. They're not usually bad too often, so it's going to have to be Nikola Jokic. Now, we're going to get to the yams.
The yams.
The yams are the finesse. You know what I'm saying? And similar to mac and cheese, it kind of can depend on where you're at. So I'm going to go with Steph Curry. Steph Curry's got the yams.
That's sweet.
He's got a finesse game. You know what I'm saying? He's sweet. He's great. But right now his team success has been a little bit down, and that's not on him. But That's what it is. So I'm going with him for the Yams. And the final piece is sweet potato pie, and I'm going with Kevin Durant. You got to have him. You know what I mean? And he brings the meal together. So I'll let you go. Go ahead, Mark.
No, you just put me completely under the bus. But I mean, all right, you want to start off with the turkey. Somebody, of course, like you get that to LeBron, like you said. Okay, that's the turkey. Me, I think stuffing.
Okay, yeah,
right?
This is your Thanksgiving, so you can do whatever you got to do.
Stuffing is something that that's super super needed. And I think the player that would give you that quality would maybe be Giannis. I like Giannis on that. Macaroni and cheese.
First, did you like my analogy of macaroni and cheese? Did it make sense?
Because I like to add in my mac and cheese. I like to add. I need like pause. I like the Farmer John's. We'll put that over there, right?
Okay,
like,
all right.
Little angle. And 4 cheeses. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Okay. And you could throw a little lobster in there too.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so like
can.
it just depends on what kind of mac and cheese you're trying to have.
Okay, so this player might be somebody that has a lot of stuff with him.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. But it like I said, man, it just depends on if you're going older or you're going younger. Like, are we keeping it older? Because if we're keeping it older, we have the same players on deck. Kevin Durant, you understand? You have to throw in Joel Embiid somewhere. Like, all of these guys are mixed in. Of course, Devin Booker. Like, you can't forget what these guys are doing, right? And my favorite, can I tell you my favorite?
Go ahead.
And you would never hear me say this, bro. Because I just like a lot of like players. Like, I like games, right? Paul George.
God,
For me,
I do not like Paul George.
Bro, let me tell you. He has it all. He's very difficult to guard. 6'7", 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, no, he's
with
6'9".
a handle, can shoot the skin off of it. Effortless, athletic. This is the thing. If Paul George's trajectory was different, right, growing up, bros can be a monster. If he would have got with the right people and team earlier in his career, right?
Let me stop you. I think Paul George's game changed right here in Las Vegas when he snapped that leg. After he snapped his leg, he was never the same dude.
But
that's not his fault.
No,
you know
no. But let me tell you, it depends on what circumstance, because he's more skilled now. He was more fiery and didn't care then. That was the young him. But regardless, right, it becomes a time in a place where that mentality does change.
Yeah.
Right? So it forced him to change quicker. Okay? Now, I got one for you even better.
Well, what is he in your meal? What you got?
Bro, he the plate. Because he cold to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got to set it. You like that, and don't try to steal it.
That's strong. You know what I mean? He's the plate.
The plate over there. Guess what?
We ain't talking about who the plate is.
But look, you want to be. Only reason why I say that, because we talk about what these players mean to their squad, right?
Yeah.
If PG is not over there in the Clippers, they are trash. You understand? They are trash. They are trash. Like, I watch them because watching Kawhi is watching paint dry. Russ is going to be Russ.
Dang,
right?
Watching Kawhi is
that
watching
shit is
paint
boring.
dry. Kawhi
and
bores
stiff.
you.
It is very stiff.
It's boring and it's stiff.
Wow.
Like, guess what? No, I didn't
Kawhi.
say that he wasn't efficient. I didn't say that he don't get things done.
Yeah.
Right? But let me tell you, it's a lot more that comes with a superstar than just
no.
Going here, putting the ball in the hole. I need your mentality to be this. I need you to talk some trash to me every now and again. I need you to, you know what I mean?
He ain't giving you none of that.
No, he don't want none of that.
He ain't giving you none of that.
But
I ain't say that.
But I think that PG is the one that makes the motor, go over there. But he does need help. All of those guys need help, right? But I think like PG would be like the plate though.
Okay. All right. What else you got?
You went to Yams, man. Give me the young fellow over in OKC.
Okay.
Give me young Shea, because can't nobody guard him.
Yep. No,
I don't care what you're saying. I don't care who you put on him. He's still going to get his numbers. And he playing on the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like both ways. So he's guarding his position. And he's about what, 6'6", 6'7", something like that.
Yeah. He's between 6'5" and 6'7".
Yeah. And that's at the point guard spot. So that's telling you, you got to come with it.
Yeah.
In the league now?
Yeah.
For sure.
And then what you got for dessert?
I'm gonna do my dessert. I'm gonna take a glass of reposado. You understand, on the rocks with 2 limes. Okay? Because it's after dark. You know what I mean? It's Thanksgiving.
We're trying to calm it down. We're bringing it down.
You got to after dark, baby. You know what I mean? Like you got to calm it down. Okay, so my dessert, because I don't do the cakes and pies. Okay, every now and again you got to be cakes and pies. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. You know what I mean? Like just give me a nice little glass and I'll be fine. And you know what I'm saying? Like we'll be good. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, before we get out, we had 2 things to talk about. The first being, what would Michael Jordan average in today's NBA? And I believe young George has a quick clip that we're gonna watch.
Sometimes I dream that he is me.
Man, you remember the commercials?
Got to see that's how I dream to be.
Boom, ba, dum, boom, boom.
I like when he with the little boy. Here, right? Look. Yeah, this is it. Man, I wanted to be one of the guys, man.
Man, listen.
It's crazy to have the kind of influence for a guy to make you want to do something because he does it.
Yes.
Like I was drinking Gatorade.
Bro.
I chew bubble gum.
Freaking Rayovac batteries.
Look, I played in the game.
Yeah.
Like Mike. I wanted to wear my socks the same length.
The same length.
Right.
The armband.
What? You know what? I never got into the armbands. It irritated. It made me.
No, look. I put it on my left arm because it, like, you know what I mean, it was easy on my shot because I could feel it at a certain tension. Like, okay, my arm's in the right side.
Yeah, no, I don't want to feel nothing on my arms.
Yeah, it was good. It was good for me. But
no, that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, before we even say anything about Michael Jordan, these are the reasons I feel like we say that he's the GOAT and we can stand on it, is because the feeling that he gave each individual person, I don't think anyone will ever touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
for
not
real.
true though, bro. You can't say that because this is a free world we live in now.
I'll say this.
Free world, man.
Go ahead. Outside of LeBron's commercials with
Lil Penny had the coldest commercials. I don't care what you're talking about.
Listen. Outside of LeBron's, hold on, Pops, I gotta call you back. That one, and then also
D-Wade got one of the coldest commercials when he had the good and the bad side. Remember when he was?
Oh yeah, that was good. Was good.
You're a nice man, Dwayne. He was like, dunk it. He was like, no, lay it up, soft off the glass. He was like, no, dunk it.
Shoot, what was the Gatorade commercial he had where he was waking up in them cold sweats?
He was dreaming.
That joint.
What was he dreaming that he didn't win a championship, or he was dreaming?
It was him and another player. Okay. Both of them kept having nightmares about the other player.
I got a commercial that I want you to find, George. You seen the Christmas commercial with LeBron, D-Wade, Curry when they was shooting with the Nets?
Oh yeah, the Jingle Bell joints.
That's one of the toughest commercials ever.
That's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in terms of Jordan, the feeling that he gave, just in terms of everything that you just said. How he moved markets. He moved Nike. Nike was nothing before Michael. It wasn't. Sure. Michael came, then Nike became the biggest. You know what?
Gave me chill bumps, and even still to this day, it's 2 things. If I see "Come Fly with Me," on the screen, okay,
I'm stopping. That's the day.
I know every word. I remember when I was 5 years old, dunking in trash cans on my knees. Waiting for that day, Josh. I thought I'd be able to really do it. And one day, it happened. And I was in the 9th grade. It was a JV game, and I was only 5'8". In practice, I never thought I would get up this high. But my adrenaline was pumping, and I just took off. It all happened so fast. I wasn't quite sure what I'd done. But I just really love that feeling. Do you understand that little speech right there is how I graduated high school.
Yep.
No, you don't understand. I really mean it. You know the proficiency test.
Mm-hmm.
You know you have to write the essay.
Yeah.
That was my essay thesis,
Wow.
And I had it remembered since I was a little boy.
Yeah.
That's what got me through.
That's the feeling that I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
That
100%.
doesn't exist. Well, look, and I'll
With
say
LeBron, it does. Though.
No, Marcus. Well, look, I'll say that it doesn't also just because social media, all of those things, it doesn't allow for it to happen anymore. Like Jordan.
Oh yeah, because you see it before you.
I see everything.
Nothing's
now.
a surprise, rather, right?
Jordan. Remember, those people were like myths. They didn't exist. We saw them on TV, and that was it. You would meet that one dude, like that one friend.
But that's why NBA guys were so important to us.
Yeah.
Right? Because we never got a chance to touch these guys.
No.
Now, guess what? They're walking down the street
That's
regular
right.
now.
That's right.
So it's just a different day and time. But don't get it misunderstood. A lot of people look at Mike like, you know what, just a part of the game. He's the GOAT. But now you have people that education and what their path in life, right, and who's their mentor and who they look up to. Let me tell you, there's a lot more people in this world and kids in this day and time, in this era, that look up to LeBron, right, rather than Michael Jordan. So, if I pick a GOAT, I want an all-around GOAT. Like, if you were to ask me, hey, Marcus, who would you want your son to be like, Mike or LeBron, right? And you can't mess this up. Either way you go,
it's great.
You got Mike is the greatest in the world. LeBron is the greatest in the world, right? I want my son to be like LeBron, right? Like, just because of, look at his business, look at his team that he has around him. Not saying that Mike don't make money. Mike is Mike. But LeBron is touching more lives, kids, schools, different. Mike just came with that a couple years ago.
Man.
But I'm not saying.
A lot of the things he did, we never knew.
Yeah, but guess what?
He didn't want it. He didn't want to be out on the camera for that.
But that's the difference why this conversation will always be
tough.
Because, like I said, show me what you doing. Like, these kids out here starving, right? LeBron's the kind of guy, he's going to make it happen. Mike is more behind the scenes.
Well, but at the same time, do you sometimes feel like I shouldn't have to show what I'm doing? Because, like, do you?
Yes, you do.
But
no, the only reason why you do, right? Because
you want to showcase that you're doing it.
You are a chosen one, right? You're a professional athlete, right? You got all the kids in the world looking up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you bought it. This is what you signed up for.
You want to show the right way to do it.
Yeah, you have to.
But what if that's not really who you are and that's not really your character?
So you mean to tell me you just here for the money?
I'm just here so I don't get fined, baby.
So that means you're not a team player. Everything that we thought that you were, that's not really who you are. You're really selfish. In order to play in that league and be great in that league, you have to be selfless. You understand? You have to think about
what do you think Jordan's averaging in today's game? Before we go too long, because you know George got on the clock.
See, like, this is the thing. Like, I think he'll average exactly where he's averaging. You know why?
Wow.
Because the athletes have gotten better. The athletes have gotten better. Well, the last time I remember, Mike wasn't shooting threes, so we can't go off of that. So everything was twos. Now these guys run faster, they jumping higher, they're bigger, they're stronger, right? So. And coaching staffs are really coaches now. Nothing against all the greats. But now they're really doing homework. They really know what these guys like to do. Back then, they didn't have a lot of things to scout.
Well,
when I'm talking about go far back.
You talking back in the 80s?
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
everything is getting better right now.
Well, I'll tell you Jerome's scouting report on Jordan when he first started playing. Like, because remember his first year he was getting denups. That second year when he actually was in there, he had to rotate out on Mike and those kind of things. And they was like, look,
close out short.
They was like, look, send him here, but if he gets a dribble here.
It ain't nothing nobody
There's
can do.
There's nothing that I could do. There's nothing you can do. Do
Jerome, you want to? I got one better for you.
Okay.
Now that's Mike.
Yeah.
The craziest scouting report I've ever heard was Shaquille O'Neal's scouting report when Shaquille O'Neal was Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
Now imagine
Yeah, this is 03. He's still.
That's
he's
Lakers
still,
Shaquille.
He's still Diesel. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so watch this. Scouting report on the board. They're going down. You got Kobe. You got Rick Fox. You got all these guys, GP, all of them. You get to Shaq. Soon as the ball is in rotation in the air and arriving in his hands,
It's too late.
foul him. No, you didn't hear me.
That's
scouting-
literally the report.
Listen, bros, listen. Scouting report on Shaquille O'Neal, right? 03, first coming in, 02, 03. You pressure the ball, right? The guard, of course, you force him to throw an overhead pass, like a lob pass into the post.
Yeah.
What it does is give the other guys on the other side to be in their 2.5s.
Chance
right?
to rotate.
By the time he catches the ball, foul him. A, he's 50% from the line. Okay. Then B, is only one person in the room that can be called on. So if you fouling him, I foul him. The ref got to pick one guy. We all gonna foul him. That's what. We all gonna foul him. And guess what? Don't let him get the ball up. How many times have he gotten the ball on the rim? Every time.
Every time.
It is nothing you can do. That man was a monster.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, look, I'm gonna say this. Marcus said that Jordan would still average about 30. He would average around his career number, which is 30, I think, point something, whatever it was that the Wizards ruined in the end. Everyone has said Jordan would average 40. In today's game,
It's respect because of the foul calls.
no. Well, look, the
That's
foul,
it.
but see that, that's the thing. That's where I would go with it, because remember, in the end, he did start shooting threes and was shooting them at 40%. So
But they're
if
shooting 1 or 2 a game, though. It's opposed to shooting 12.
That's true.
So if
he's not shooting that many.
But this is the difference. If you get 5 to 6 threes from Michael Jordan, don't that take away from his airness too? Because those are 5 or 6 plays. Now, this is the thing. That's what made Mike. Mike's jump shot was great. His mid range was great, out of the planet.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Now, if he had to back up, if his 3-point ball was great, right, it would take away. Because you know what? As a shooter, would you rather be a shooter or a driver?
I mean, well, look, this is what Michael said. He said the reason that he didn't shoot the threes was because it took away from other elements of his game.
Okay, so then there you go. So why would he average 40?
I'm going to tell you how.
Go.
And so look, Russell Westbrook, right? Russell Westbrook, when he was at his height, like OKC Russell Westbrook, right?
Mm-hmm.
James Harden, same thing, drive / get to the basket. Russ wasn't averaging, he was averaging 30. And so we're going to say Michael Jordan with a level of skill, footwork, finishing at the rim, can't foul him, you can't touch him, you can't stop him. He's going to go to the line 15 times a game. Out of that 15 times a game, he's going to hit 13.
So let me tell you who gave me that feel. Do you remember when James Harden went on that tear?
Yeah.
Where he averaged
30.
50?
Yes,
40.
yes, yeah.
It was like 40.
Yeah, for
or
a
so
stretch.
many games.
For
Yeah,
a stretch, yeah.
So many. This is the thing. People ask who's the greatest scorer in the world. Have we ever seen anything like that?
Jordan's done it.
Yeah, that's one person. Have we ever seen it again?
Wilt. That's the list.
See, like, and this
Allen
is the
Iverson.
thing. Now you go back to Wilt, right? And I'm glad you brought it up. Like me and my dad, we have this debate all the time. Wilt was the only big man in the league back then.
No, incorrect.
Bro, who else was Wilt playing against?
Come on, man. You better
Answer
leave.
it. Come on, bro.
You better leave Walt Bellamy alone. I know that.
I'm not saying
Bells was my man. That was my guy at the Hall of Fame.
But this is the thing. Back then, 7-footers, it was only 4 of them in the league.
Yeah,
Josh?
so it's fair.
Okay, so at the end of the day, if everybody walking around was 5'9", 5'10" height, what are you doing to the biggest guy? You be like, throw the ball up. And all he doing, guess what? That's why he averaged, Josh, and it's not possible to average 50 points, 50 rebounds, 50 assists in a game of only 48 minutes because of the play. So that means it was an advantage some way, somehow.
You want me to tell you the most disgusting Wilt Chamberlain stat? And it's not even the points. It's not even that. He averaged more minutes a game than there were minutes in a game for a whole season.
All right, so let me ask you something.
That man was
let me ask you something.
gazelle.
When did computers come out?
70s?
Okay.
Personal computers were in the 80s.
Okay.
Computers 70s.
So you mean to tell me we're going off of, because you know stats are written, handwritten in a pencil.
With
So
erasers.
So we going off of who was writing them stats. Because we know that they cheat right now and they beat. That's not an assist. Man, he took 6 dribbles and he's still able to dunk that ball.
John Stockton, that's an assist.
Okay. So with the time that they have to play, right? How?
He had so many overtime games. That's
Come
what
on,
did
bros.
it. But like he didn't check out of games.
Bro, this man averaged 50 points a game.
Yeah.
You know on a rough night, you have to have like 50.
That's still crazy.
Like that mean like, bro, he's driving, and you'll be like, is he the most dominant, right? And then that's why I gave you Shaq's, you understand, like his scouting report, because yeah, he was dominant, but was he that dominant? What was Shaq average back then?
Shoot, Shaq was averaging like 32.
What would he average in the 80s or the 70s, 60s, 70s?
He would be up there with Wilt. He'd be right there.
What about guys like Giannis?
Giannis would be.
He couldn't play?
He would be in that era. He'd be a whole different thing because that didn't exist.
Okay, so why? Okay, so what have they ever seen something like LeBron? Because let me tell you, Giannis is highlights. It's not LeBron James highlights.
No, he doesn't have the skill.
Okay,
not that
so
level
do
of
me a
skill.
favor. So if you put a guy like LeBron back in the 70s and the 80s.
In the 80s, different. It's a different era. It's different.
Well, if Mike can play and he's 215 pounds, why couldn't LeBron play and he's 270, 280?
First off, because LeBron cries so much. But anyway, we ain't going on that diatribe.
No, but he cried because call a foul for that man. You just saying you can't even touch this dude over here. Like, bro, you a hater. Get off. You know what? Get me the hell out of here. George, turn this shit off. I'm out of here, man. You know what? Before I turn this table over, what'd he say? You got a Woody, don't you? Fool, if I had a Woody, I'd flip this table over.
Oh my
Get out
God.
of here, bro.
All
Get
right,
out of here.
we got one more.
All right.
George, go ahead and roll the footage of Mr. Johnson, who got something with Magic.
Smooth operator.
Oh my goodness. This is old Magic. That's old big Magic at the end. So my thing.
Look at that pass.
My thing is, what would Magic look like in today's game? Because it's been 40 years, Marcus, since he's retired, really.
Okay.
And we still haven't seen these plays in today's NBA. So with all the skill and all the different things that everyone talks about.
Wait, what you saying? You haven't seen what?
Shoot. Listen, bro.
What?
These passes, where am I? That pass has not happened yet. Not yet
Bro,
since.
what era
not
are you
yet
from?
Since.
Are you crazy?
Marcus, who? Give it to me. Who?
Bro, are you watching any of these passes that they be having going on?
Who?
Bro.
Give me who?
I'm out of here, man.
Give me who?
Man, I'm gone.
No, who? Give me who?
Bro.
Rajon Rondo, I'll hit you with one.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Rondo.
But so you saying LeBron don't pass just like Magic?
No. Not on that consistency.
So what was probably the best pass you ever seen Magic do?
Man, look, listen, that one right there, the one that just passed.
I can't
When he
rewind.
daggone clocked that man and was looking over here for about 5 steps like this, and then still threw it over here because he had timed him. Dudes ain't doing that kind of stuff, Marcus.
Oh my God, man! Man, I'm out of here, man. This
Marcus.
old school shit, man.
Marcus, who? Just give me who?
Bro, like I said, I don't know, man. It's a lot of guys that can pass the ball. Like I said, what would John Stockton do in this era?
I mean, listen,
Guess what? The guys shoot the ball better.
Yeah.
Period. Like even Chris Paul and these guys average so many assists because sometimes you don't have to create the assist.
Yeah. You're just
right.
knock
You just
it down.
throwing
knock
it
down.
to
knock
you
down.
throwing it to
Whomever.
Steph. You throwing it to
Whomever.
Steph. Guess
Anybody.
what? On a bad day,
Yeah.
Steph in one spot, in any spot you throwing the ball, he's going to hit 10 in a row on a bad day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not hard. I want people to understand, like, they look at Russ, and we've been all over the place today, but you look at Russ, you average a triple-double. Well, when you playing in the NBA, bro, it's not hard to get assists. You need the time to get assists. Guess what else is not hard to get? Rebounds. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's positions on the floor. The big's supposed to box out everything down low. If it come off as a long rebound, all the guards supposed to get it. Well, if you're shooting more threes, what
There's
shots do you going to get?
A lot more long rebounds.
Okay, guess what? His anticipation is out of the planet, and he plays harder.
Yeah, he wants it. He wants that
rebounding
is all effort. It's effort. That's every coach will tell you that.
Okay.
It's effort, and then
100%.
effort meets skill.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Obviously, Dennis Rodman, those guys, there's a level of skill to it.
Sure.
But a lot of it is just effort and want.
Yep.
I want the ball more than
you do. And I'm going to go get it, and I'll do anything to have it.
Yeah.
That's what, but we're on the same page with that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think, we can end just kind of over here. I think for me, Magic, today's game, he averages a triple-double.
Yeah, of course.
He averages
I think
a triple-double.
so too.
Magic couldn't shoot. That was always the knock on Magic. We can all say that. So that part of his game, he would still struggle. And he
what did it be like seeing Magic Johnson snake the pick and roll? I'll lose it.
Oh, my goodness.
No. Could you imagine? Like, we've never seen these guys do those different things, right? Like, think about if you can have Allen Iverson never even snaked the pick and roll.
No, that wasn't his role.
That shit ain't come out.
Yeah, that's right.
Until recently.
Allen was Iverson cut across, catch the two high screens, get to his triple threat, and I'm downhill. That was
bro.
That
you
was
know what's tough for me? To me, I like Michael Redd. You remember Michael Redd?
Oh, my God.
Ooh, that boy had a flamer on him, didn't he?
Michael Redd was a problem.
Man, we're going to have a segment on real life killers.
We'll do that, and I'll show you something else. We'll talk about it next episode. But well, thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of the American Fan 365 podcast. I apologize again for my voice. We are going to hopefully work that out in the next couple of days. But for Marcus Banks on my right and George Carmona in the back, I'm Josh Williams, and see you guys next time.